Well, it's the first of a series of meetings tonight with the public, but we just came out of a press conference with our partners in Department of Health to provide information to the community, what's been ongoing and what's going to be continuing as far as the response to the dengue fever outbreak.
So how is dengue fever spread?
It's transmitted via a mosquito, so it's not a person-to-person type of a transmission, it's through a mosquito. And that's why it's so important that we get the public's help and assistance in breaking that cycle or evolution by trying to do several things. One is the Fight the Bite campaign, so trying to minimize or preventing you're getting bitten by a mosquito and possibly being infected, as well as if you're ill and feverish and unsure if you have dengue fever, it's avoided going outdoors and putting yourself in a position to be bitten and possibly then providing for an infected mosquito to then transmit that to someone else.
So what is the state and county doing to manage dengue fever?
Well, it's a very collaborative and partnership effort. We're definitely taking the lead from Department of Health as the subject matter experts on this, but the role the county plays is multi-tiered. One is, as information is made available to our office from Department of Health, we make sure that we keep all of the stakeholder agencies informed. As you can imagine, there's a lot of agencies that have vulnerable population to consider, such as our schools, our elderly activities programs. So we share that information of where there might be concern or hotspots for the dengue outbreak. That allows those agencies to take some protective measures or be a little more vigilant or diligent around their property. It also allows agencies like our Public Works Department to start looking at sources of standing water that's within their control and ability to address, such as dry wells, stream beds, and drainages, etc. So we take the information and we disseminate it to our stakeholders and partners, and that maintains that situational awareness for all the agencies that have a role in response here with this particular issue. The other thing we do is help to coordinate the I want to say response in the sense that as agencies are carrying out actions, we make sure that actions are coordinated with other agencies that may have a vested interest or some way of supporting that. As I mentioned, Department of Public Works and our Parks departments, as an example of how we would support Department of Health, starting tomorrow and on Thursday, we'll have training for Parks and DPW staff to be trained on the application of that particular insecticide. So as the Department of Health goes out and does their spraying, if they need additional help, manpower, and additional capacity, we'll be able to support them that way from the county level.
So what precautions do you recommend the public take to stay protected?
Well, I think it's, again, just listening to that slogan or the theme for this particular response, and that is fight the bite. Everyone should do what they can to try to avoid or minimize the possibility of getting bitten. And we know that's a very difficult task when we live in such a very tropical, lush environment that mosquitoes are everywhere. But simple things we can do as individuals, if we're comfortable and able to do so, it's wearing covered clothing that minimizes the amount of exposed skin. Again, if you're comfortable and able to use repellents, even if it's some of the natural products, if you're hesitant to use any of the chemicals, something that might deter or prevent you from getting bitten. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are sick or ill and uncertain if you have dengue, staying indoors and avoiding that opportunity for a mosquito to bite you and then become a carrier or a vector for the virus going forward. And in around our homes and businesses, because mosquitoes like standing water to continue to breed and continue that life cycle, it's going around and doing some general housekeeping around our homes and property and eliminating those standing water sources.
So is there anything else you'd like to add today?
Just basically, the message is we do need the public's help. This is one of those circumstances where their help can be the critical piece in breaking the cycle as well as eliminating dengue. So fight the bite, do what you can, help eliminate breeding sources. And if you need more information, go to any one of the agency's websites and you should be able to find something. And if you get stuck, give us all a call. Every one of our agencies is available and welcoming the opportunity to provide information.